Our comprehensive plan, we have objective 5 of the economic development element proposes that the county come up with an economic development agreement to identify processes, goals for developing our economy here in the county. The board approved a committee of representatives from the county, and they have met and have discussed this issue in great detail at several meetings. Commissioner Pate was a member of that committee, as well as Mr. Ackerman from the Planning Commission, and this committee has proposed an economic development agreement, and you have a copy of that. To implement this in its entirety, it was estimated that the cost would be around $200,000 to have the staffing and so forth to follow through with all that detail. And the economy as it is, and our financial resources, it's just impractical to do this fully. The committee, with assistance through the Economic Development Council of the Chamber of Commerce, has proposed a memorandum of understanding, which specifically outlines tasks that group would do for economic development in Washington County. Currently, the county has budgeted monies for economic development with the Chamber of Commerce, but with this memorandum of understanding, it would be very specific of what their responsibilities are and reporting those tasks annually to the Board of County Commissioners would be done. So I know Kevin's going to talk a little bit more about this, but the Economic Development Group did accomplish the task that they were charged for, is providing an economic development agreement. We could, the committee is passed that on to the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission has reviewed it. They met with the Economic Development Group, and they are recommending that the board approve the Economic Development Agreement, but we don't have to implement it. We have a tool in our toolbox, but there's no obligations to implementing this in its entirety, because we just don't have the resources to accomplish that. But it's there at some point when the economy turns around and we want to become more involved and we have the resources to do this. We have that available to send out for bids from the private sector, or it could be from the Chamber of Commerce or whoever, to accomplish this. But the second part is talking about this memorandum of understanding. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Ebro.
Basically what this is for the $25,000 that you have budgeted for the Chamber of Commerce, the MOU, as Mike was discussing, is basically something that gives the Chamber and the county a document basically saying what we're going to do for that $25,000. And it also gives the county reports quarterly and annually on all of our activities. It's associated with economic development. And basically what it does is, in lieu of just saying here's $25,000, It's a way of saying, here's $25,000, and this is what we expect you to do with the $25,000. And never before have y'all had the opportunity to do this with the chamber. And I dare say you don't do it with any of the agencies. You don't get reports usually from them what you do with their money. So if this is ratified, I'll be coming to y'all quarterly and annually and giving you updates on capital investment in the county, as well as capital improvements. If you look at some of this, you'll see that the chamber has been doing most of this for over 35 years. We are the single point of contact and primary coordinator for county agencies. This is regarding the economic development activities. There's a gentleman here in the audience today, Mr. John Robbins, he used to be the chairman of the board for the Port of Panama City when the chamber went to him and asked to work with us on 2 free trade zones that are now in Washington County, and the benefits that will prove to the county will be strategic. So I'm here to answer any questions that y'all may have. Basically, Mike summed it up very correctly. You have to have an economic development component in your comp plan. In that comp plan, it's almost a $200,000 cost for any service provider to do that. We have since broken it down to cover what we think we can do for the money that's provided by the county to the chamber, and I'm prepared to answer any questions you may have.
Anyone got any questions? Ted?
Oh. Ted, I don't know if it was probably time to ask it, but I'm a little concerned about it. Where's the update? Where we at on?
I would suggest that you, I believe that the attorney and their attorney are still in some consultations, and I think it probably would be best to talk to the attorney after this meeting.
Appreciate it.
Ted, I'd like to see a report, if you could, and go back through your history. Mr. Robbins might be able to help you on what any entity gave you as far as the reasons that they didn't particularly like out there.
I can do that for you, sir.
So I think we need to be able to handle those so we know what we need to do in order to entice these people.
In the short, the LAC has always been a shovel-ready industrial park. Although we had the land for many years from IFAS, it was never shovel-ready. Shovel-ready means, as you know, Mr. Carter, got to have your roads, got to have your utilities, you got to have everything ready to go when a company moves in. That's something that Washington County has not had for a long, long time. The other thing is basically, and I'll be glad to give you a report on this, but the lack of developable land so far. Well, I'll be glad to give you that report. Yes.
Is there any further questions? Motion to approve or disapprove?
I have no problem with that.
You making the motion?
I'll make the motion. We'll put it in.
Thank you, Mr.
Give
Brown.
a second. I'll second. Mr. Page second. Any further discussion by the board? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.